If you have doubt, please put the message that we have a doubt. Especially cross multiplication method, the one which we discussed last. And then Shreya, I think she has a doubt in cross multiplication method. Anyone else? Okay, cross multiplication method is very easy. Just take two equations, x term, y term, constant, then equals to 0. Second term, second equation, x term, y term, constant, then equals to 0. So we keep constants on the left side only, or both the constants on the right side of the equality. It's up to you. Better we keep on the left side only. Then you write x here, y here, and 1 here. Then how do you write these numbers? It totally starts from the y coefficient. Here y coefficient is -3, and here y coefficient is 2. So -3 and 2. Then the constant terms will come. Constant terms of +4 -6. So 4 and -6 will come. Then x coefficients will come. 2 and 1. So you write 2 and 1. And again here -3 and -2 y quotient. So here first line is y quotient, then second line is constant, third line is x quotient, and the fourth line is again y quotient. So here these terms, starting terms and the ending terms are going to be same. Now after writing here, how do we multiply them? So if you want, let me insert this space here. First, this 3 will multiply with -6. Okay, so -3 into -6, I have written here -3 into -6. Then let me insert the one more line. This 2 will multiply with 4. 2 4 is 8. So this 2 into 4 is multiplied. So multiplication of this -3 into -6 and the multiplication of 2 into 4 are separated by a minus sign. Now the process go on, then 4 multiply with 1. So 4 into 1 is 4. Then 2 multiply with -6. So 2 into -6 or -6 into 2. Here I written. Again, both the multiplication will be subtracted with the minus sign. Then 2 into 2, 4. So here I multiplied this 2 into 2. Then 1 into -3 is 1 into -5 here. Again, both the multiplications are subtracted. So this minus sign of between the two terms will always come from the formula. Now x upon this I simplified. -3 into -6 is 18. 2 into 4 is 8. So 18 minus 8 is going to be 10. So x upon 10 comes. Then simplify this denominator. 4 into 1 is 4. Minus into minus is going to be plus. 2 6 is 12. So 4 plus 12, 16. So you get y upon 16. Now this denominator you have to simplify, which is 2 into 2. I think somebody is waiting. Students, please. Whoever is coming later, next class I won't allow. Please be on time. So here you'll get 2 into 2 is 4. Minus into minus is going to be plus. 1 into 3 is 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7. 1 upon 7 is coming. Then you'll equate x upon 10 is equals to 1 upon 7. X upon 10 equals to 1 upon 7. Now I can simplify this 10 go to the numerator. So x value will be 10 by 7. And similarly take these two are equal. Y upon 16 equals to 1 upon 7. So then y is going to be 16 upon 7. Is that clear? Or is that Shreya? Mahima and Shreya. It's the one of the easiest method to solve is cross multiplication method. Now substitution method is just x value or y value, you have to get it and substitute in the equation. Okay, let me open that file. Just give me a second now. Yeah, we have the substitution method out. So let me go through the question. Here you have the two equations, 2x plus 3y equals to 9, 4x plus 6y equals to 18. Now either you take the first equation, this I call it as equation number 1, and this is equation number 2. Now it is up to you whether you use equation 1 or whether you use equation 2, that you decide which one is easy for you. So I go for the equation 1, then 2x I keep this side and send 3y to the right side. So this plus 3y will come after equality as minus 3y. So I have 2x equals to 9 minus 3y. So in this step, just I transpose this plus 3y, which is on the left of the equality, to right of the equality here. Now if I want x value, this 2 is the multiplication is there. So the 2 will go this side as the denominator. X equals to 9 minus 3y upon 2. So this is what I got it from the equation number 1. Now what you have to do is substitute this x value in equation number 2. Don't substitute this x value again in the equation 1 only, because I got this from equation 1 only. So don't substitute again in the same equation. If you use equation 2 here, whatever the x value you get, that you have to substitute in equation 1. And again, one more option is there. Here I found x value. You may find y value also. For example, if I explain you how to find the y value from here, initially I'll get 3y equals to 9 minus 2x. Am I right? Then if I want y value, you will get y equals to 9 minus 2x upon 3. Why denominator 3 is coming? Because here 3 is the multiple of y. So that 3 will come to denominator. Okay, now you can substitute this y value in equation number 2. In place of y, I replace 9 minus 2x upon 3. It is up to you. Okay, totally it is your choice. Which equation you choose here, whether you want to write from equation 1 or from equation 2, it is your choice. And you want to find x value or y value, it is also your choice. Okay, it's completely depending on your, at that time, your preferences. No option. Okay, there is no restriction. You have to find x value only here. You have to take only equation 1 only. There is no such restrictions. Now this x value I am substituting equation number 2. Right? Substitute x value in equation 2. What is equation 2? You have here 4x plus 6y equals to 18. So in place of x here, I am going to replace 9 minus 3y upon 2. So this we have is 4 times of x. So x I replace with 9 minus 3y upon 2. Now this plus 6y equals to 18 will remain as is. Plus 6y minus 18 equals to 18. Just equation 2, this x will be replaced here. Now go for this denominator 2 will get cancelled with 4 twice. So I written in place of 4 here, I written 2 because this 2 is getting cancelled. So 2 times of 9 minus 3y, 9 minus 3y plus 6y plus equals to 18. Open this bracket. 2 9s are 18, 2 3s are 6y plus 6y equals to 18. Now here 6y and minus 6y are getting cancelled. Then I get 18 equals to 18. So as we already discussed, if the equation equality holds 18 equals to 18, which is correct condition, but I cannot get x value, I cannot get y value because they are getting cancelled. This is the case which arises when we have a system of equation infinite many solutions. Okay. So Yanshu, good morning. You're too late. So I think this is example. If you have unique solution, then you will get the y value here. Once you get y value, you can substitute either in equation 1 or in equation 2. Okay. I hope. Now even elimination method also the same. You have to eliminate either x or y. So again, you have to decide whether you have to eliminate x or you have to eliminate y. So again, that is your choice to eliminate x or to eliminate y. So I think here I decided to eliminate x. So to eliminate x, look at the quotient here. It is 4 and here the quotient is 2. How can I make their quotients the same? I know by multiplying this equation with 2, 2 2 is 4. So here also it is 4, the quotients will become same. So in the elimination method, if you want to eliminate x, you have to make their quotients the same. But if you want to eliminate y, before you start solving, you decide that you want to eliminate x or whether you want to eliminate y. If I want to eliminate y here, how do I make their quotients the same? Okay. So here the quotient is 3 and here the quotient is 5. How can I make? So in that case, I have to do, for example, I am talking about if I want to eliminate y. So multiply equation 1 with 5. So 3 5 is 15. Multiply equation 2 with 3. 3 5 is 15. So here also it will become 15. Here also it will become 15. Okay. So here I want to eliminate x. Here 4 is there. To make it 4, multiply this with 2. When I multiply equation 1 with 2, each and every term, this 2x will multiply with 2, 3y will multiply with 2, and 6 also will multiply with 2. Still some are joining the Jay, this is the second time you are joining the class. Late. Next time I'll put it to Dine. Your class is getting disturbed. Okay, so multiplying equation with 2. So 2 2 is 4. So I'll get 4x. 2 3 is 6. I get 6y. 2 6 is 12. So I got 12 here. And second equation I keep it as it is. Now, after making the quotient, now say here x quotient is 4. Here also x quotient is 4. I made the quotients the same of for x. Now look at the second thing you have to see is sign. It is plus 4. This is also plus 4. If they have the same sign, you interchange the sign. So plus 4 will become minus 4. Minus 5 will become plus 5. Plus 7 will become minus 5. Now plus 4x minus 4x. Both get cancelled. So I get it 0. This is minus 6y. Now the sign of 5y will become plus. Minus 6y plus 5y is going to be minus 5. 12 minus 7 is going to be 5. So minus y equals to 5. Then y equals to minus 5. Now substitute this y equals to minus 5 either in equation 1 or in equation 2. Again, it is your choice. You can choose any of the equations. Equation 1 or equation 2, you will get the answer. Okay, so this is how you got the x values. Okay, I think we discussed all the three methods. Sangeeta has substitution method, elimination method. Shreya Kanase, class is at 10 o'clock. You are joining 10:15. We'll make an agreement, okay? Next class onwards, if after 10:05 you are joining, I will be made a request. Okay, good. What about the word problem? I think we discussed the word problem based on the fractions. Everyone understood? Or anyone else has the doubts on the word problem? If anyone has doubt in the fractions, please ask. No one has the doubts in the fractional problems. I think I have given the two examples, exercise questions to solve. Okay. So then we have, I think exercise 2.3 also we can start. 3.3. Let me see. I think some of them have the doubt here. You see the second question in 3.3. Here you have s upon 3 plus t upon 2 equals to 6. And you don't have any fraction here. So what you can do is, before you solve the equation, simplify this equation. You go for the LCM. Okay. If I go for the LCM for the second equation, LCM is going to be 6, 3 into 2. So if you want, let me solve it here. Yeah, you have here, let me insert the equation. And this is s upon 3 plus t upon 2 is going to be 6. That's what they are given the equation. Let me increase the font size. Yeah. So before you solve this equation, what you have to do is take the LCM. So here LCM is going to be 6 because 3 into 2 will be 6. What you get in the numerator? This 2 will multiply with s. It is going to be 2s plus, and this 3 is going to multiply with 3, sorry, t. So it is going to be 3t, which is equals to 6. Now do the cross multiplication. So this denominator 6 will come to the after equality as the multiplication. So it is going to be 2s. Let me copy. 2s plus 3t is going to be 6 into 6, 36. So this is going to be your equation number 2. And what is equation number 1 is given? S minus t equals to 3. Okay, I think now you know. You can use now. In this question, see, solve the following pair of linear equation by substitution method. So here all the questions, these 6 questions you have to solve by substitution method only. Okay. So here what you do is, I go for the equation number 2. What you get? S equals to 3 plus t. Just this minus t you can transpose to the right hand side. It will minus t will become plus t. So s value got it as 3 plus t. Now substitute this value here in place of s here. Then simplify. Okay, so that's how you can solve it. Now here also we have 0.2. Here it is 0.4. If I want to eliminate x, just multiply this equation with 2. So 2 into 0.2 is going to be 0. Yeah, 0.2. If I multiply this with 2, 0.2 into 2 will be 0.4. So here also it is 0.4. Actually, you have to use elimination substitution method, right? Sorry. So substitution method means you find either x value or y value. One more thing you can do. What you can do is multiply equation 1 as well as equation 2 with 10 on both the sides. If I multiply with 10, 0.2 into 10 is going to be 2. 0.3 into 10 is going to be 3. 1.3 into 10 is going to be 13. Okay, so we have 2 plus 3y equals to 13. Now second equation also is going to be 4x plus 5y equals to 23. Then you can use the substitution method. Okay, then you have root 2 terms. If I want to eliminate x, multiply this entire equation with root 3. Do you want me to solve, or you can try? So let me solve this question for you now. This is going root 2x is plus or minus plus root 3y plus root 3y is going to be 0. So this is my equation 1. I think let me maximize the font. Okay. Now what about our equation 2 is given? Equation 2 is given as root 3x minus root 8y. So insert equation. It will take time to type root 3x minus root 8y is equals to, is given equals to 0 only. Very good. If they give equals to 0, that will be simple. So this is going to be my equation number 2. Okay. So these are the two given equations. So if I look at the quotient, it is root 2, and here x quotient is root 3. So what I do is, here I write the statement, multiply equation 1 with root 3. If I multiply equation 1 with root 3 on both the sides, what you are going to get is, let me type as it is, but change the equation. So here this root 2 is multiplying with root 3. So can you tell me what is root 2 into root 3? Anyone? Anyone can tell me what is the answer for root 2 into root 3? It's not.
3 root 2.
No. That is 2 into 3 is 3 root 2. But this is both are the root terms. Root 2 into root 3. Root a
Root
into root
6.
b will be, yes, root 6.
Root
It
6.
is going to be right. Next one is root 3 into root 3. Root 3 into root 3 is root 9. Root 9 is going to be 3.
3.
Right. Equals to 0. This is how your equation 1 is changed. Now 0 in under here. 0 into root 3 is going to be 0. No need to multiply. Now what I have to do is, here only one more equation I'll add. Multiply equation 2 with root 2. Okay. So equation 2. This equation I am multiplying with root 2. So tell me what are the things will come. Root 3 into root 2 is going to be again root 6 only.
6.
Yes. Just now we are done. Minus, here you have root 8 into root 2 will be root 16. So root 16 is
4.
going to be 4y
4.
is equals to 0. Yeah, 4. So I got both the equations. So what is our next step is going to be, you have to check the signs, whether do you have the same signs or opposite signs. Yeah, here root 6 and root 6 have the same signs. So I'll interchange the signs. This is going to be minus. So this is the equation. Otherwise, it is going for minus sign, and this minus will become plus sign. No, it will come. Okay, yeah. So plus root 6 will become now minus root 6, minus 4y will become plus 4y equals to 0. I think no need to change the sign. Now this plus root 6x minus root 6x, both will get cancelled. Now what you have, plus 3y plus 4y is going to be plus 7y will be equals to 0. So 7y equals to 0. Any guess what is y is going to be?
0.
Y equals to 0.
0.
Yeah. Now you can substitute this y equals to 0 either in equation 1 or in equation number 2. If I substitute, then I think I'll get x is also 0 only. Okay. So y is going to 0 and x is also 0. So whether the coefficients are roots, whether the coefficients are decimals, whether the coefficients are fractions, our method of way of solving is not going to change. It remains same. But the only thing is you have to show with the formula root 2 into root 3. Somebody said 6. Somebody said 2 root 3. Somebody said 3 root 2. But that all are wrong. It should be root 6. Those algebra, I think exponent formulas we studied in class 9 that you have to remember. Okay. So one more hint let me give you here. Because they ask for MC, they may ask this same question for 1 mark. That what are the x and y values? You see any question, in any question, you have both the equations have equals to 0, equals to 0. Yet doesn't matter what are the x coefficients or y coefficient, your x value and y value is always going to be 0 only. X and y both will be 0. For that, I need to have first equation also equals to 0, second equation also equals to 0, and there are no constant terms. It should have only x and y term. It also should have only x and y term, and the constant term is going to be 0 only. So in that case, whatever the coefficients of x and y, the values of x and y is always going to be 0. Can you remember that? Yes. Okay, I think they are typing 9 because they cannot write in root symbol. That's fine. Okay, so this question is solved. Even question number 6 also here. What you have to do is first take the LCM. I think just now I explained how to take the LCM, like this question. If fractions are there, first you have to take the LCM. Even this 6th question also, first simplify the equation. Because our general form of the pair of linear equations is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0, where a1, b1, a2, b2, c1, c2 all are integers. So first take the LCM here, then solve it. Okay. Now here see the question number 2. Solve these two pair of linear equations and hence find the value of m for which y equals to mx plus 3. So in this question what you do is, you have equation 1, 2x plus 3y equals to 11, and you have equation 2, 2x minus 4y equals to minus 24. Now here you can use any method, elimination, substitution, cross multiplication, it is up to you. After getting the any method, x and y values you will get it. So those x and y values you substitute here. For example, x is 2, it will become 2m. If you get y value is 5. So substitute an x and y value and you can get value of m. Okay. I hope you can solve this question, right? Yes or no? My voice is breaking. Okay. Now, question number 3, form the pair of linear equations for the given following problem and find the solution by substitution method. So here also the method is specified, so you have to use that particular method only. Now, what is the question? The difference of two numbers is 26 and one number is thrice the other number. Okay, remember these conditions what are given. What is the condition? Difference of two numbers. So what I do is let the two numbers are x and y. Okay, so I have taken the two numbers as x and y. So what is the first condition? Their difference is, what is the difference is given? Their difference is 26. So difference is 26 means I have to put x minus y equals to 26. So first condition is easy and you already got it. Now, what is the second condition? One number is 3 times the other. Now tell me what should I write for that and wait for your reply. One number is 3 times of the other.
X is equal to 3y.
Why can't it be y equals to 3x?
X equals to 3y.
Can you tell me why it cannot be y equals to 3x? Any explanation? Why could it be? They said one number is thrice of other. They did not say why first number is thrice of the second or second number is 3 times of the first number. That they did not mention. So why can't I take y equals to 3x? Or can I take any one? X equals to 3y or y equals to 3x? X minus section as we are subtracting x from y. No, y from x. Now see here, if I put for example y equals to 3x here, if I write, which number is the bigger number? Y is 3 times of x. So x is the smaller number, then I have to make it thrice, then I will get the y value. So here indirectly you are saying y number is bigger. So if y is bigger here and x is smaller, you are subtracting smaller number minus bigger number, but still you are getting a positive number. Is it correct? Smaller number minus bigger number will give me a negative number, but this is a plus 26. So that means here you are assuming x is bigger number, y is smaller number. If x is bigger number will be equals to 3 times of a smaller number. So this is where most of the students make the mistake. Okay, so that's why I asked you the cross question so that you can understand very clearly. Is that clear? Why it is x equals to 3y and why it cannot be y equals to 3x. Now you got equation 1 and 2. Substitute this x equals to 3y here. Can you guess without solving what is x and y value? Look at the screen and tell me. Substitute. Just solve it orally. If I replace x as 3y here, then I'll get 3y minus y as 2y.
Y is equals to 13.
So if y equals to 13.
X
So if
is
y is
equal to
13, x will be 39. 3 into 13 will be 39. Okay. Next. The larger of two supplementary angles, x is the smaller by 18 degrees. Find them. Okay. It's surprising. There is only one condition is given. The larger of two supplementary angles, x is the smaller by 18. So in the definition itself, the condition is given. Supplementary angle. So what is the condition for supplementary angle? Anyone? If two angles are supplementary, what it has to satisfy?
Sum
Yes,
of
what
the
is it?
180
supplementary angle is 180.
Perfect. So that means x plus y, sorry, I'm typing it wrong. X plus y is equals to 180. So see here, they did not mention that. So this is the first equation. X plus, so the word they used is supplementary angle. So hence I have to write it as x plus y equals to 180. Now second condition is the larger one is the larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degrees. Exceeds means more. So here what I have to take. So here is you have to assume whether x is bigger or y is bigger. It is up to you. Let x is larger angle. Okay. So I can take either x is larger or y is larger. It is up to you. It's not as previous question. So if x is the larger angle, what is the given condition? X is the larger angle is exceeding the smaller angle by 18. That is smaller angle plus 18. Okay. So this is the condition. Your larger angle is, that means, equals to exceeding the smaller angle by 18. Exceeding means more. By adding 18 to the smaller angle, you are going to get the larger angle. Which is going to be your equation number 2. So can you solve and tell me what could be? Okay, try at home. I think you know how to. I think here substitution method is they ask to solve. Substitute this x value here. Can you solve it orally? I'll give you 1 minute. Try it out. Let me also solve 2y and 70 is 1 hour. Yes.
81.
Y equals to 81 was Shreya x. Okay, some of them already given the expressions also. X, y is 81, then x will be 81 plus 18. Sorry, 81 plus 18, then you can get it whatever the x value. They are easy, right? I think this cricket team, we already solved these questions. You are mastering that. And this fraction question we already discussed. This age question also we already discussed. So only one question. I think this taxi question you solved in class 9th also. But there you solve only one equation you frame. So try this question as a homework. So then if I move to 3.4 exercise, you can solve this by elimination method. They have to solve by elimination method. So I think these all you can solve by elimination method. Then you have in word problems, numerator, this is a fractional question, you can solve it. Age question, this also you can solve it. Okay. Yeah. This from question number 3, I'll explain in the next video. Okay. Even if you go to the next exercise, cross multiplication method, where are these? It's going too long here. Even these questions also you can solve by cross multiplication method. Okay. So whichever the things you can solve from the exercises, you try it out. You leave these questions, I'll explain how to find k values or how to solve this. Here you see the funny. Here coefficients are constant 2, 3, 7, but here you have a minus b, a plus b. So this we'll discuss, not yet discuss. We'll discuss it later on. Okay. So any other doubts except this thing?
No, sir.
Sir,
Very good.
sir,
Yeah.
sir, exercise 3.2, question 6.
Exercise 3.2, question number 6. What is this? Yeah, 3.2, question number 6. Given the line 2x plus 3y minus 8 equals to 0, you have to write another equation which are intersecting. So what is the condition for intersecting? A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2 are not equal. So here A1 is 2. Let me take A2 is some 4x and B2 as some 9y. Okay, you have to just take any random equation and check the ratios are equal or not. So intersecting means ratio should not be equal. So if it is 2x plus 3y, then I'll go for next equation is maybe x plus y, or maybe 3x plus 7y, or maybe minus 2x plus 7 minus 6y. We can give infinite number of lines which are intersecting at one point. Now if I go to the parallel condition, what is the parallel condition? Ratio a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 should be equal. So in that case, you multiply this with 2, for example 4x plus 6y, and take the constant difference like 4x plus 6y minus 5 equals to 0. Or maybe I multiply these two terms with 3, 6x plus 9y plus 7 equals to 0. Okay, so that's how you have to predict the equation where the ratios are equal or not equal. Coincide lines means all the ratios are equal. So it is very simple. Multiply the given equation with any other constant. Multiply this with minus 2. So we will get minus 4x minus 6y plus 16 equals to 0. If it is parallel line, I multiply the any constant with only x and y quotient. If it is coincide line, I multiply all the terms with any particular constant. Okay, so there are infinite solutions. This question answer varies from student to student. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then you can exit the class.